Now on to the reason why I love Gremlins. The Gremlin gun line. This requires 5 Bayou Gremlins, Ophelia, and a slop hauler. You want to line your 5 Bayou Gremlins up in a straight line with Ophelia right dead center behind the third guy. The reason why this is important is because she has a passive ability called Damn It Calm Down, which makes it so that Gremlins don't use their Whoops ability. Now Whoops is very bad for Gremlins. It makes them target, if they miss a shot, it makes them target the nearest Bayou Gremlin and shoot him instead. And no one likes Gremlins killing. It's funny, but not when you're playing with them. It can be very frustrating. And behind Ophelia, you want a slop hauler, just to make sure this Gremlin gun line goes very strong for the rest of the game. Now, we are going to attack this Guardian right here. Right here is the Gremlin's hand, randomly selected, of course, and right here is the Guardian's hand. Very good hand for the Guardian, I guess. Guild are doing good with their resources. So on to the attack. We're just going to assume that the Guardian's already activated. He attempted to charge this Bayou Gremlin, but was not in range. So now the Bayou Gremlins have free reign to do whatever they like. Now, this Bayou Gremlin's going to shoot first. He has a CB of 4 on his 12-inch range gun, clearly within 12 inches. So his shots, he has a 1. Pretty terrible. So, on to the Guardian. He has a 13. That was a very good damage flip for him. Bayou Gremlin can't really do much to cheat. I would need a 13, and that's just not happening. So moving on to the next shot from that Bayou Gremlin. 1 for the guild, and a 7 for the Bayou Gremlin. Now what the Guardian's going to want to do is throw down this 12 of books. What that does is, first of all, the attack's not going through. The Gremlin's going to need to throw down a very high card, and second, it gets off his defensive trigger called Shielded, which effectively gives him 2 more armor, so he is now at armor 4. But let me tell you something, Gremlins don't care about armor. Alright, so that's 2 APUs with the first Gremlin, but we're going to go ahead and use Reckless. He's going to suffer 1 wound, and he's going to make another shot. 1 wound, represented by a dice, and the next shot. Flipped a 9 and a 4. He really wants the Guardian to live, so he's going to throw down a 7 just to add to some negative flips. Now that will be a -1 flip for the Gremlins, but they don't care, so they're going to flip 1 and 2. It's going to be weak, so that is 1 damage to the Guardian. And he is all activated. On to the next Gremlin. He shoots. Not much he can do about that. Might as well throw down this 13. That is 1 miss for the Gremlins. Again, Damn It Calm Down. Make sure that Whoops doesn't go off. And as you see, the hand is getting worn down. There is nothing really worth flipping or cheating with left. Only after 4 shots. And there's a total of 15, not including Ophelia. And Ophelia packs a very, very strong punch. So on to the next attack. A 4 and a 2. Nothing the Guardian can do about that. So negative flip. Oh, that severe is painful, but it's only going to be a weak, so it's going to be 1 more damage. We're going to go Reckless again. There we go. And 1 more attack. 2 versus a 7. Now, the Gremlins are going to throw down that right there. And the shot's going through. Guardian has nothing he can do about that. So it's going to be another negative flip. Uh-oh. Oh, it's going to be weak. Alright. So there, as you can see, just from 2 Gremlins, he has suffered 3 wounds. Ophelia has yet to activate. And now, the important thing to know here is that you only want to use Reckless with 4 gremlins. The Slop Hauler has an ability in all that can heal 4 gremlins within 3 inches of him. Now, you only want to do this with 4 gremlins. I'll repeat it. So let's just say, for the sake of time saving, we're going to say that he did the same, and he can suffer 1 wound from that. You typically get about 1 or 2 wounds per gremlin. If you're lucky, you'll get 2. Okay, so then Ophelia is going to activate. First thing she's going to do is use Ooh a Girl. Now what that does is pushes a friendly gremlin into base contact with her. So now you opened up the door to shoot at him. She has an 8-inch range, which is really important to keep in mind. She does not have as good a range as your gremlin, so you may need to push her forward. In this case, she has 8 inches, but you may need to push her forward using that Reckless. It's not the end of the world. So now on to her shooting. She is amazing with a gun. You can use her Dumb and Lucky trigger to give her a ram in her total, which gives way to the Calculated Luck trigger. I'm sorry. No, it is Calculated Luck. Okay. I'm sorry. Which doubles your damage from your pistol and makes you suffer 1 wound, which is very, very, very nice. So we're going to go ahead and do that. She is going to... And she is able to use 2 zeros because she is instinctual. Sorry, I didn't mention that before. So she's going to go ahead and attack the Guardian. She is paired, so we're going to flip 2 cards. We got a 10 and a 4. We are going to keep that 10, and the Guardian is going to flip the Black Joker with his defensive flip. That's terrible. So that's going to put her at a 16, while the Guardian's going to be at a 3. That's going to be a positive. That's not fun for him. And we did get off our trigger for Calculated Luck due to her getting a ram in her total. So, positive flip. Oh, not a good day to be him. That is going to do 4 damage to him, times 2, which will make it up to 8. Now, he does have armor 4, but that will do 4 more wounds to the dude. And Ophelia suffers 1 wound. Lots of dice everywhere can get confusing, just bear with me. Now, he has 1 wound remaining, so we're going to do 1 more attack, and we get a 3 and a 13. He's not going to be happy. We get a 10. So that puts him at 13, that puts Ophelia at 19. That will be a 13 and 19, sorry for the math. That will be a neutral flip. So we're going to flip 1 card, and that's going to do moderate. We do not want the trigger to go off this time since he has 1 wound remaining, and 1 wound will kill him. Despite it being 3, he does have armor 4, and goodbye Guardian. Now, you're going to want to activate your Slop Hauler and do healing flips. Now, as you see, we have all 1 damage on all these guys. They're all going to heal at least 1 wound, so unless you flip the Black Joker, in which case you can heal him next round. And that's why the Gremlin gun line is just spectacular. We took one of the most annoying models and killed him very fast. It is important to note that you will have things flying at you and trying to get in your face. Gremlins do have their melee is fairly decent. It's a lot like their shooting. It's 1, 2, 3 damage and same CB. If you need to use it, use it. Ophelia, another thing you can do with Ophelia is use her for. She can use the Ooh a Girl trigger, or sorry, 0 action, to pull a Bayou Gremlin into base contact, and then she can go and punch him in the face with her gunfighter ability to shoot him right in the face. That's very important to note. Another thing, I like doing this at the very end of the activation. I don't know if it's because it's a lot easier to just shoot 15 times in a row, and it's easier to keep track of which gremlin has already activated, or it's just more effective that way. but I enjoy doing it at the end of the turn. Before that, if you have Summerteeth Jones, producing mosquitoes or more gremlins is always a good way to kill some time. Depending on what enemies you're facing, gremlins will more than likely out-activate them.